Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. This week's video is going to be a bit different. Today we are going to show you how to completely disassemble and reassemble a Ruger 1022. So to remove this stock from the barrel is relatively simple. You have two screws to remove. First screw on this barrel assembly here happens to be right here. These screws typically come out pretty simple. Sometimes can be a little bit finicky here. There we go. So that would be your first screw. Set that aside. Obviously need that for later. And then the second screw, especially on this Ruger 1022, happens to be just right here at the bullet band. And you do not need to completely remove this screw. You just need to loosen that up enough where you can slide that barrel band up over the barrel. So now to remove the barrel assembly from the stock, you will want to make sure you have your safety centered as best as you can between the fire and safe position. That is just going to allow the stock to come up through the barrel. And set that aside. Now at this point you will have 3 push pins that you will need to remove to disassemble the trigger guard, and as you can see, my first push pin has fallen out here. The second one is here, and the third one is back here. These all come out relatively easy. The first time might be a little difficult, but after that they get pretty simple to remove. So set that first one aside that fell out on its own. I'll push out the second one, and that third one should come out as easy as well. So you want to set those aside. And now your trigger assembly should just fall right out. So there we have our trigger assembly. You want to remember, so this is your firing pin. While cleaning, just remember that when you reassemble, you want to have that centered as closely in that groove as you can. Set that aside. Now to finish removal of our Ruger 1022, all we have to do is just pull back on our charging handle as far back as you can, and our bolt should just fall right on out. There we go. And now we have our Ruger 1022 fully disassembled. To reassemble this Ruger 1022, you are going to just completely reverse the steps that we just took for disassembly. Now that is easier said than done. I have found that it's a little bit difficult to charge back our charging handle to fit within our bolt, because this charging handle will sit within this bolt just like that here. It is a little bit difficult to charge it back, get it in that position on your own. I have found that while it's probably not the best way to do it, I do need to use a little bit of leverage to get that charging handle all the way back. So this charging handle will sit here in this indentation in the back of your receiver. I have found that the best way to get this charging handle back is with a little leverage here from some sort of source. But once you're able to get that just broken loose, you are usually able to get that charging handle all the way back. It is important that you get it as far back as it possibly can, because you are going to need to put that bolt right on top of it, just like that. Of course, watch your fingers, and you are back and ready to rock and roll there. From here, process is pretty simple. Again, make sure your firing pin is sitting in this nice, lovely small groove there before you reinstall that. Before you reinstall it back into your receiver. There's 2 pins, slide right back in. Again, these should just slide right into place. All 3 pins right back in. Again, they're pretty loose. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get it back onto the stock, but we now have our trigger assembly back ready to rock and roll. So now all we have left to do is to reinstall this on our stock. So we are ready to rock and roll here. Again, to do this, you do want to make sure that the safety is about centered. Every stock is going to be a little bit differently on how much clearance you're going to have. So I've found on mine, it's pretty generous for me. So make sure your pins are all aligned. Make sure your safety, I think that's what's holding us up here. And there we go. Now just reinstall our 2 set screws on our stock. Just gonna hand tighten this one for now. Reinstall our barrel band. You may or may not have this step here. And now you are ready to rock and roll. Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's video. I know it's a bit different than what I've done in the past. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit different style video this week. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys like this style video, a simple how-to style video, or let me know if you'd rather see the hunting videos or vlog videos or travel videos. So let me know guys down below. Thanks for watching. See you next week.